class, this is Mrs. Bissot here to read you the Wonders, Unit 4, Week 2, Literature Big Book. Now this week our story is called What Can I Do with the Paleta? And it is written by Carmen Tafola and illustrated by Magali Morales. Now friends, this story is a fiction story. It is make-believe, it is not real, but it is about real things, and it is about the things that you can do with a paleta. Now a paleta is a popsicle. You're gonna learn all about it, and this book has some Spanish words. And paleta is a Spanish word for like a popsicle, like a fruit popsicle. And you're gonna learn about the different things this little girl in the story can do with a paleta in her neighborhood. And in the story, you're gonna hear the word barrio. Barrio is a Spanish word for neighborhood. So you're gonna learn about her neighborhood and the things that she could do with her paleta in her neighborhood. I can't wait for you to hear it and see all the beautiful pictures. Now friends, when you are listening to this story, I want you to think about the story elements like characters. So who is the main character? It's going to be the girl with the paleta. And also think about the setting. Where does it take place? It takes place in her barrio. So I really want you to pay attention to it. And think about the events. The events are the things that happen in the story. So think about all the things that this little girl does with the paleta in her neighborhood. But before I read you the story, let's go over the story vocabulary. Our first word is celebrate.
When you celebrate something special, you usually have a party or gathering of some kind.
Potluck.
A potluck is a meal to which people bring food to share.
Appreciate.
When you appreciate something, you respect or value it.
Cultures.
A culture includes the language, holidays, and special foods shared by a group of people.
Prefer.
When you prefer something, you like it more than something else.
Proud.
When you are proud, you feel good about yourself or something you have done.
And our last word is tradition.
A tradition is a belief or habit that is repeated in a family. What can you do with a paleta? Written by Carmen Tafola, illustrated by Magali Morales. Where the big velvet roses bloom, red and pink and fuchsia, where the accordion plays sassy and sweet. Where the smell of crispy tacos or buttery tortillas or juicy fruta floats out of every window. And where the paleta wagon rings its tinkly bell and carries a treasure of icy paletas in every color of the sarape. That's my barrio. You can dance to the accordion, you can smell the tacos, but what can you do with a paleta? You can paint your tongue purple and green and scare your brother. Or maybe learn to make tough decisions, strawberry or coconut. You can make new friends. Give yourself a big blue mustache. Or create a masterpiece. You can use one to cool off, like Mama does. Tio once won a baseball game by offering one to the batter right before the ball was being pitched. You can help a señora at the fruit stand make it through a long, hard day. But I think the very best thing to do with the paleta is to lick it and slurp it, and sip it and munch it, and gobble it all down, where the big velvet roses bloom, red and pink and fuchsia. Where the accordion plays, sassy and sweet, where the smell of crispy tacos or buttery tortillas or juicy fruta floats out of every window. And where the paleta wagon rings its tinkly bell and carries a treasure of icy paletas in every color of the sarape, that's my barrio. About paletas. A much anticipated event in any Latino barrio or neighborhood is the arrival of the paleta wagon. The paleta man comes pushing his cart down the street, tinkling a bell and shouting, "Paletas!" for everyone to hear. The wagon carries sweet, juicy, ice-cold paletas made from all-natural, healthy ingredients. Paletas come in lime, coconut, pecan, mango, banana, kiwi, strawberry, watermelon, guava, chocolate, horchata, jamaica, tamarind, pineapple, vanilla, and more. Which is your favorite? Respond to reading. Now that you're done listening to the story, What Can You Do with the Paleta? Retell the story to someone in your own words. Tell them what the story was about. Who was the main character? What was the setting? Where did it take place? And what were the events in the story? Also, you should be able to answer these 3 questions. The first question is, what is a paleta? The next question is, what are 2 flavors paletas come in? And the last question is, what are 3 things you can do with paletas? Now, if you don't remember some of those answers, you could always go back and listen to the story again, and the answers will be in the story.
Thank you, class, for listening to the story, What Can You Do with the Paleta? I hope you learned a lot about her neighborhood, and maybe you'll remember some of those Spanish words that we learned in the story about her neighborhood and things in her neighborhood. Thank you so much for listening with me. I will read to you again later. Bye.